Hello, and welcome to Apigee Edge Management Platform Operation Part 1. In this video, we will be covering directory structure and naming conventions, service control, component status. When naming components, Apigee used three prefixes that help to identify the component type. Apigee, a third-party component used by Edge, for example, Apigee Cassandra. Edge, an Edge component written by Apigee, for example, Edge Management Server. An Edge Mint, an Edge monetization component, for example, Edge Mint Management Server. This naming convention follows through into the Apigee directory structure. When you install Apigee Edge, the RPMs use the directory structure you can see on the slide. All Apigee components are installed in the base directory /opt Apigee, with the exception of Nginx, which is installed in /opt Nginx. Within /opt Apigee, there are a number of subdirectories. Depending on the type of machine that has been installed, there will be one or more application directories. As previously described, these are named following the format prefix-application and contain binary scripts and libraries for each component. When a service is installed, the actual naming structure follows the pattern prefix-application, but also has the version number. A symlink is then created to the more simple prefix-application pattern. The remaining directories are as follows. Customer has customer-specific configuration customizations. Data, service data files, for example, Cassandra database files. etc, Edge internal settings, these should not be edited. Token, install time configuration customizations. And var, locks, logs, and PID files used by components at runtime. The next topic we're going to talk about is service control. Edge has a single command, Apigee Service, which provides unified service control and component management. The command is located in /opt Apigee Service bin. Using the command takes the format Apigee Service, then a component name, and then an action. Tab completion can also be used to show available components and actions. To make it even easier to use, the Apigee Service bin directory is added to the system search path at installation time. A few examples. Apigee Service, Apigee Cassandra stop, stops the Apigee Cassandra service. Apigee Service Edge Router restart, restarts the Edge Router service. Apigee Service Edge Management Server store LDAP credentials, stores the LDAP credentials. And Apigee Service Apigee PostgreSQL setup replication on standby, which also takes a configuration file, sets up replication between the Postgres master and standby. There is also an Apigee all command that can apply Apigee service actions to all the service components found on a host. Some examples: Apigee all stop, Apigee all restart, Apigee all status, Apigee all version, which is useful for checking that all installed versions match, and Apigee all wait for ready, which checks that the component is running and has finished all its startup routines. The final topic for this video is component status. As well as using the Apigee service application to check component status, as an API company, we also provide you with a service management API on Edge components. The management API runs on custom ports on each of the components shown. The Edge Management Server on port 8080, the Edge Router on 8081, Edge Message Processor on port 8082, Edge Cupid Server on port 8083, and the Edge Postgres Server on port 8084. Valid API calls vary by component, but they all support a core set of calls. /v1 server self gives you all stats about that component. /v1 server self up is the application up and running. /v1 server self UUID gets the UUID for that component. You call the API using either curl on the command line or an HTTP client of your choice. This concludes part 1 of Platform Operation. More information can be found at docs.apigee.com. To get involved, you can join the community at community.apigee.com. Thank you for watching.